Good evening! Welcome to Tweed Up, where we take video games, music, movies, and more way too seriously. And today we're doing a quick review of the new album by the band Algiers, entitled Shook. Released February 24th, 2023. This is Algiers' fourth album. Algiers is an Atlanta-based band. They've been around for a little while now. They do like kind of post-punk, soul, hip-hop. A lot of different musical styles are incorporated in their sound, and they do so. I've liked some of their previous work.
I've never heard any of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was my first album.
Oh, nice. This album's pretty good. So, I mean, right out of the bat, it's a four-piece. You got Franklin James Fisher, the vocalist, super talented. You got Ryan Mahan, Lee Tesh, and Matt Tong. Matt Tong is the drummer. He's awesome.
That becomes apparent very, very early.
Yeah, I feel like he really sets this kind of sound, helps set the sound apart. This band is, in some ways, pretty similar to Young Fathers, if you're familiar with Young Fathers, who just had another album out pretty recently.
Are you familiar with Young Fathers?
But I feel like Matt Tong's drumming, even like on tracks where it is, more edit-based, more the hip-hop style tracks, I feel like Matt Tong's drumming really sets this stuff apart, I have to say they're a very political band, very anti-capitalist, and there's a lot of features on this album.
Awesome features.
Yeah, really good features. Let's see, the first track, Everybody Shatter. Did you like it?
I did.
This is like a straight up like kind of soul song, and it has like the group vocals in the chorus, which are then there's a lot of that on this album. But I love the
gospel.
Yeah, I love the chorus of this song.
I do. I did like this song a lot. You?
Yeah, I think it's one of the. I think it's
one of the more listener friendly songs.
It's a good opening song, but I feel like it's almost straight up a soul song. It doesn't really have their sort of more post-punky kind of leanings in it.
It's not. When I say listener friendly, I mean for your mom.
I feel like listener friendly is not a good word for this album in general.
Well, right. Okay.
But the first song is.
Okay, so we both like the first song.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, I'm going to give this album a recommendation.
It's definitely worth a listen. The second song, Irreversible Damage, has a feature with Zac De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine.
Worth checking out right there.
And this definitely goes more into the hip-hop side.
I don't think that he'd feature on... Oh, you do have to say. I was going to say, I don't think he'd feature on something that he didn't agree with, so now you're getting an idea of these guys' politics.
Oh, the politics? Yeah. Dude, the opening lyric on the Irreversible Damage, which is an awesome title, is Time is Over, and it's repeated twice, right? By Franklin James Fisher. And I have to say, his flow as like a rapper is really actually pretty solid. That's not where they go with every song, but when they do, I feel like this is, out of their four albums, I think his flow as a rapper is best on this album. And Zac sounds awesome on this album.
He does.
And then track 3, 73%, this is where you get that traditional post-punk kind of guitar,
I know that we got to get through this, but I do want to say on Irreversible Damage that the way that song ends and like everything just kind of falls apart and it almost sounds like the instruments are breaking.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really great way to end a song that had this kind of message, like time is over, everything's done. And like the way that song
I think it's about you can. I think all of us saw the cracks in the wall with free market capitalism over the past 3 or 4 years, and that's kind of, I think, what the song is about,
Yeah. Sorry, 73%, and that's the last time I'll have an opinion on a song.
No, 73% is almost a straight-up post-punk, more guitar, drum-oriented song. I like it a lot. And I think those 3 tracks are a really good way for them to present what they do.
Yep. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
You have like a soul track, you have a more hip hop oriented track, and you have a more post punky guitar driven track. Other big, and then we got it. I mean, so a lot of the tracks on this album are. Uh, I don't want to use the word filler because I like the tracks. There's a lot of
spoken word.
There's a lot of spoken word tracks and a lot of kind of soundscapes or found footage kind of stuff, like not found footage, but the audio version of found footage, right? It almost like
the voicemail on a
almost like a Godspeed You Black Emperor does a lot of that kind of stuff. So like field recordings. Field recordings is the word I was looking for. But then I got to shout out track number 6 is Bite Back.
Oh man,
I know they released this song a while ago, like 5 months ago, but it's really good. Yeah,
it's so good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm probably too old to use this term, but it's a straight up banger.
I think it's a bop.
But what's interesting about it is that it's like a quiet banger.
Yeah, it's not.
There are moments that the mix is really full, but a lot of the track is really subdued. But it's like that subdued where you can't. I dare you to listen to this and not have a head bob going on.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be, especially
you're gonna be boogieing, man.
When like all the instrumentation drops off towards like the almost towards the end, but not the very end, and it's just really quiet, really dark. So this this song has 2 features. You got Billy Woods, so it starts out with Franklin James Fisher rapping, and then you have a Billy Woods verse. Sounds awesome, and then you have this kind of instrument dropout thing, and you think, because if you know that Backwash is on this track and you're familiar with Backwash, and they do this kind of creepy synth that's by itself, and you're like, oh, this is Backwash, like her verse is gonna pop in right here, but it doesn't. You hear Franklin with this wail, and it's like the best wail, soul wail on the album. It sounds so good. And then you get the chorus, which is such a earworm.
It really is.
And then you get the Backwash feature, which is really good too. Great kind of finish to the song.
You know what that's based on?
What was his
influence? That Christopher Dorner. You know who that was?
No.
So he's that L.A. County sheriff's.
Oh, that's what her
verse is about. Yeah, influenced by that. So yeah,
it's a great song.
It's an amazing song. Yeah. Let your children listen to it because it's good, and I don't think there's really much in the way of swearing.
I don't think there is either, and it's definitely, to me, my favorite song on the album, and I think
it's so good.
It really shows a side of Algiers that really, I think, shines on this album in particular.
I was enjoying the record up to this point, and then when I heard this song, I was like, oh wow, like if they did this all the time, I bet they'd be more popular and like more well known. And then I had the thought, the fact that they don't just do this all the time and take the easy way out, that makes me respect these guys.
Yeah,
and made the rest of their music even more interesting.
Yeah, a lot of the spoken word stuff on this album is really great. Big Rube is on a lot of these tracks, who was on a lot of Outkast records back in the day. Great voice, great delivery, great message on a lot of the spoken word stuff. The song track number 9, A Good Man, is like a straightforward punk rock song, and it's great. I feel like it's sort of needed on the album. Really like it a lot. I Can't Stand It is a really good, I feel, proof of concept of the band. It's, again, I feel like it's kind of like Everybody Shatter. It's more in the soul, realm of what they do.
Southern gospel.
Yeah. And then I got to shout out, I like track number 12. It's called Green Iris. It's the longest track, I think, on the album. It's got an upright bass, piano, and this really cool kind of stomp. It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And there's the vocal lines are great. It's really pretty, really long, and there's some changes towards the end of it. But it's very, I would say, adventurous. And I'm glad that it's on this record. That's not a song that I would play like at a party, where Bite Back is totally a party song. But that's the thing. This is not an album that you would necessarily put on in a social situation and listen to.
Maybe
you
a
know?
socialist situation.
Nice.
Thanks.
But it's really good.
More accurately,
The
yeah.
rest of the track list fills out with a lot of more kind of more experimental tracks, But I like this album a lot. I think that I will listen to, especially Bite Back. I think might be one of my favorite singles of the year. Give it a shot. I don't think it's a little challenging, but if you're okay with challenging music, then
try something
go
different.
For it.
Yeah, venture out. Start on Bite Back. Check in with your friend Zach De La Rocha from the Rage
Irreversible Damage.
Yeah,
Irreversible Damage. Good track too.
And then maybe just let it roll, and you'll get to listen to Bite Back again and just see how far you get.
Yeah, the Bite Back video is really good too. So
fantastic.
Anyway, thumbs up here.
Thumbs up here.
All right, thanks for watching Tweed Up. Peace out.
Peace out.